we're here with Alex, the Chief Operating Officer at Nas Company. How are you today, Alex?
Yeah, I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
I'm great. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So tell me about how it's going so far at the Nas Summit.
Yeah, so we're day one of Nas Summit. We have people from all around the world. We have about 1,000 people here. It's the second time we've done it here in Dubai. Energy is amazing. We're a few speakers in, and yeah, just really enjoying the vibe.
And what's it like working with content creators? Is it difficult? Is it easy?
So very interesting. My background before was in tech, and I joined the creator space about 2.5 years ago. But every creator is almost like its own small business. So I think it's like working with entrepreneurs, right? Entrepreneurs with a creative streak. But it's exciting, it's challenging. The good thing that I really love about working with creators is they're from all over the world. It's not just from Silicon Valley or London or Singapore, they're from everywhere. And that makes it really diverse and fun.
And so being here in Dubai, is there like a message that you want to get out to other content creators?
Yeah, so I think there's a theme for this summit, this conference, which is all about don't just rely on social media, build your own communities. And I think in the Web3 space, we think about this a lot. It's not always just start with product and find an audience. It's start with your audience and build a product with them. So I think creators are thinking in exactly the same way. They're thinking about, I can find my audience on social media, but then let me bring them into a private space and go deeper with them. That private space could be Discord, it could be Telegram, it could be WhatsApp, or it could be your own product that you build as well.
Yeah, I remember Nas saying on stage something about like membership clubs and how that's basically how you'll monetize your brand. And I think in the Web3 space, like NFT communities are similar to membership clubs in a way. Would you agree?
I would agree with that. And I think one step further for NFT communities to think about is that you often have a one-off purchase, right? You buy the token. I think what creators are thinking about is, how do I make revenue recurring? How do I get that revenue every month? So if I hire a team, I have the money to pay the bills. If I want to expand. Yeah, exactly. So I think that NFT communities may think about this long term, which is like, how do I make my revenue recurring? It may come through resales, right? If you take a creator fee, but it could come through many other ways as well. So I think that's really exciting to think about that in the future.
Yeah, definitely. And so what advice maybe would you give to some of the attendees here who want to be content creators?
Yeah, so I think of creating content, it's not about being a travel vlogger or being a YouTuber. I think every entrepreneur needs to be a creator. You need to find your audience. So if you're watching this, you're thinking about how do I build my business, think about the fact that when I create content, people find me, right? Rather than me having to find them. So it's a great way to build leads. So that's why I think every entrepreneur, every person who's building a community, think about how do I put myself out there? And content is just one of the great ways to do that.
Yeah, and it's also a necessity nowadays for visibility, right? And marketing.
Absolutely. It's first of all, it's not a free channel because you put in effort. But if you think about it, once you put yourself, it's compounding. If I spend money on things like Facebook ads, it's like that one-off push. But when I create content, you're building a library of things that you can use. And I think that's really effective and exciting.
Agree. And so tell me how it's like working with Nas and maybe what the mission of the company is and how you feel that's going.
Yeah, so our mission as a company is to bring people together. And we do that through education and communities. So it's been a great journey. I think Nusara, the founder, and I'm the business side and he's the creative and product side. So we try and complement each other's skills. But it's been a great journey. And I think our goal now with Nas Summit and other products is to say, how can we take all our knowledge and help other creators, right? And with the people coming here, what we hope is there'll be collaborations between them. They'll take their learnings from what they hear and add it to their business. So we're hoping that every year when we do Nas Summit, we'll bring these people back together and we'll get learnings. And one of the really cool things is there were creators last year who were small, who are coming back here as speakers with millions of followers. And clearly they've kind of upped their game and learned new skills, which is really cool.
Yeah, and that just shows how fast you can grow or lose in the space, I guess.
For sure. I don't think there's a lose. I think there can be phases where you have people's attention. But then the question is, what's next, right? So I think it's always a game of constant reinvention. Just be comfortable with the situation and just look forward.
Okay, I love it. Well, thank you so much for your time, Alex.
Thank you so much. Enjoyed it.